Well, earlier this year, we met Larissa May, a digital wellness advocate and founder of Half the Story, a non-profit organisation educating and empowering the next generation to have a healthier relationship with technology.
So some heavy hitters have taken notice, and Larissa has since teamed up with Oprah, Melinda French Gates and Meghan Markle to launch a program for young girls right across the USA.
So as Australia grapples with potential new laws surrounding social media and banning under-16s from signing up, what can we learn from her efforts stateside? We welcome back Larissa May to The Morning Show. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you. Good morning.
When you found out Oprah, Melinda French Gates, Meghan Markle wanted to help out, what went through your mind?
Well, wow. I really could never imagine that my heroes would be coming together, but I also knew that there was no better example than to have women like them funding one of the most important issues of our time. And now it's my job to make it happen.
Yeah. Hey, Meghan surprised a group of young girls at the launch of a new program. What a moment. How beneficial was that conversation for those who got to participate?
The goal of the program was to test some of the activities that Half the Story have developed from Social Media U, which is the programming that we're bringing to the girls across the nation. So having Meghan there, testing out all the activities and showing the girls how to engage with these challenging topics was the role model and the action that we needed.
How'd it go? Did it go well?
It was amazing. I mean, sitting in a circle with young girls, hearing about their issues is how Half the Story started, when I started it with $250 in the darkest moment of my life. So in a way, it was a bit of a pinch me moment and a full circle moment. And I just cannot believe how far we've come. And I'm energized because I know this is just the beginning of all of the solving that we have to do for the future. And Australia is taking a front seat of this issue, which is what makes me so excited to be here today.
Yeah, I guess that's a really powerful thing for you, that it is just the beginning. You can see this is going to explode all over the world. In Australia, the government has plans to ban children and teens under the age of 16 from using social media. What's your take on that?
Technology is nuanced. It's challenging. When we take phones away from kids and give them iPads, it doesn't always solve the core problem. And while this is a step in a direction of solving the issues of social media, I still believe that investing in education and knowledge is the most important thing we can do. So my hope is that Australia will bring Half the Story's programming everywhere so that we can educate young people so that at the age of 16, they're ready to take on the digital world with power, inspiration, and joy.
Yeah, so just to be clear, what age group is your program aimed at?
We work with middle schoolers all the way up through high school. So I like to say that a moment a child engages with blue light or holds a device in their hand is the moment that their digital journey begins. And while social media is particularly problematic, we believe that education starts much younger.
Okay. We understand you're working on something new for parents. You've got some top tips for grown-ups. What are they?
First and foremost, swap screens with fun. You always have to have other items like friendship bracelets, coloring, Sloom to engage your kids when they put their devices down. The second thing we have to do is we have to talk to kids about the feel-good tech and the bad tech. Not all tech is bad. Not all screen time is created equal. We need to think of it as how do we identify the things that inspire us or teach us. And the last thing that you should do if you're a parent is go to foundingptac.com. I'm launching a community for parents as a completely separate entity that's backed by doctors. It's the Parent Tech Action Coalition. And we want to create a space for you to ask your questions to doctors and get the support that you need in your darkest moments. Because right now, we know big tech isn't doing it, but it's still one of the greatest issues that parents are dealing with and DMing me about every single day.
Yeah, gee, you're amazing in this space. You've been an advocate in the digital wellness space now for about a decade. Have you seen many improvements, and what do you think the next 10 years will look like?
Yeah. I spent 5 years convincing the world that tech and mental health were related, and now 10 years later, we're finally starting to see a change. Look at the law that you just passed in Australia. In the States, we've been on the front line of passing legislation, and Half the Story is even starting to partner with organizations like Girls Inc. and the federal government to roll our programming out statewide. That is serious progress from starting in a dorm room. However, we cannot spend the next 10 years focused on the problem. We need to fund the solutions and get them out into the wild and bring them into the healthcare space and beyond.
Okay, thank you for your time, Larissa. Keep fighting the good fight.